Hey everyone, welcome to the first video on my second channel. If you guys are coming from the Air Spencer channel, this will be the extension of my room tour video that I just made on that channel. If you guys are new to me in general, my name is Spencer. I love collecting shoes as well as love other things that I will be posting on this channel. This right now, I want to go over all of my shoes one by one so you guys can see my whole collection. And then I'll go over some other extra things in my room, such as my jewelry collection, watch collection, as well as how my setup is. Things like that, so you guys can see how a college student that collects Jordans really sort of lives his day-to-day life in his workflow area. So, if any of that interests you, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Leave a like to tell me if you guys like this sort of content. Comment down below what you guys would like to see more of on this channel, because right now I really want to take it towards the sort of techie side, but I'm always looking for new ideas. So go ahead and let me know all of that in the comment section down below. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into today's video. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the Travis Scott shelf and the Fragment shelf here. Starting with my first pair really in the collection, the Travis Scott Mocha Jordan 1s. Okay, this is... that was not planned. I was gonna pick these up, but let's not do that now. These are actually a couple years old, so that's why the suede looks so dead on them, if you guys are wondering. These were one of my first shoes in my collection here. I loved them to death. They were my Grail shoe, and I always wanted these shoes. When I got them, I was dreaming of owning those. And that is what leads us to the next shoes behind it that tried to brutally murder me in the head just now. The Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1s. This is that shoe that I compromised with these. Now, why I said I compromised with them is because I live in Florida. You guys should know that by now if you guys are new to the channel. Yes, I live in Florida. It rains every day in the summer. For like 11 months of the year at this point, it rains every day. So I can't wear suede shoes in the rain. I can wear leather shoes in the rain. So what I did was I got those shoes behind there so I could wear some Travis Scott backward swoosh, because I love that backward swoosh. I could wear those around Orlando, Disney, Millennia, IKEA, things like that. And be perfectly fine if it decides to rain on me. Now, they haven't held up the most because I've worn them so much last year, but I still love them and they still are a shoe, so I wear them. Now, these are one of the newer shoes in my collection, the Fragment Jordan 1s. Oh geez, I love this shoe because I love basic Jordan 1s. Not like the basic shoes that everyone wears, but just basic silhouette Jordan 1s with just leather, white toe box, black edges with a pop of color on the back. I love the black toe theming, so you'll see a lot of that going around in this collection. Next comes the Travis Scott Fragment lows and the Mocha lows. These are actually my dad's shoes, and these are just a shoe that I wanted to complete that sort of Travis Scott sort of low and high look here. Next, let's go ahead and go over to the Strange Love Dunks. Now, I love these, but I will never wear these because of how beautiful the bottoms are. I just kind of keep them in my room to look at, to be honest. And then my Chunky Dunkies. I love the Chunky Dunkies. I should wear them more often. But when you have about 70 plus pairs of shoes at this point, it's hard to wear your shoes. It really is hard, especially in the times we live in nowadays where we don't really get out and about as much as we used to. It's really hard to wear all of these shoes on a daily basis. Since I'm not in high school anymore, all of that, I don't have school every day, so I don't have a place to wear these shoes all the time, so it's just hard to keep up with all of that. Now, if you guys know what these are up here, go ahead and leave a comment down below. It's an old video game I used to play, and I have all of the characters, but these are just some of my favorites, and Syndrome was just really hard to collect, or find, I should say. So now, let's go ahead and go over to the other side over there. I'll go ahead and clip you when I'm over there. Let's see. Alright, here we are to this side of the collection. These shoes I love so much, I can't even wear at this point. I should double up so I can wear these out soon. The Band Jordan 1s. Now, I love this shoe. This is my profile picture on my second YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, I should say, sorry. And I love this shoe. It's just me at this point. And then the Chicagos were a grail of mine. I have always wanted those, but I haven't worn them actually, and I've had them since January. Now, the reason why I haven't worn them actually is because they are making a vintage 85 style Jordan 1 Chicago coming out in July, and I've wanted the Jordan 1 85 silhouette Chicago for so long. I was even contemplating making it as a custom. I've wanted it so bad. So, because if you guys don't know, you can get the Brotherhood. I think it's the Brotherhood. No, it's not the Brotherhood. It's the 85 silhouette, New Beginnings, that one. The New Beginnings Jordan 1, and you can make it into a Chicago by just painting a few areas on it. So I've thought about doing that and being able to get my own 85, but since it's coming out in July, I've just went ahead and said I'm not going to wear those. I'm just waiting. And then we have the Trophy Room Friends and Family Jordan 1 here. I actually have the numbered pair 6,666, so kind of scary. But and if you guys are interested in these shelves here, they were actually homemade built. We built these. Well, the person that lived here before us built those, and so I just decided to repurpose them to put my shoes up on there. So, I actually have some LEDs under here too if you guys are interested in seeing those. Let's see if we can get a clip of those on. I lied, I can't turn them on. My Google's turned off, but I can show you guys down here. I do have LED strips running down all of there, so at night I can let that whole shelf sort of glow and speak for itself. But let's go ahead and get some aerial shots up here of the sort of classic Jordan 1 shelf and the two Grails up there. Now, let's go ahead and start with down here and work our way up. We have the both Union Jordan 1s here. We have the Igloo Jordan 1s. We have the Rust Pink Jordan 1s. Now, I love these Igloos and these Rust Pinks, honestly, the cotton candy vibe. Someday, I'm going to get the wild hair and wear them both at the same time. The Rust Pink on one foot and then Igloos on the other foot and make a cotton candy vibe. But I have not gotten that adventurous just yet. Now, we have the Dior Jordan 1s. Now, I love this shoe to death, and I've only worn it once now. And I wore it to Disney, actually. So, I went to dinner, wore those at Disney, had a good time, and I don't plan on wearing them much, honestly. They're an entirely different experience than you'd ever think of with a Jordan. The leather feels completely different. It's just an entirely different experience that you would not expect with a Jordan 1. You could even think of the best quality leather on any Jordan 1 ever. It still has better quality than that Jordan. And then we have, on the complete other side of the spectrum, the Red Octobers. These are actually when Kanye West made Nike shoes. These are the final collaboration between Nike and Kanye West. These shoes are incredible. I love wearing them. I always get compliments wearing them. I've only worn them a handful of times, and I've had them since around November. But I just love them to death, and I'm so glad I can say that they're a part of my collection. Now let's go ahead and work our way over to the Off-White shelf, and it is exactly what you guys think it is. As you guys can see here, it is nothing more than Off-White shoes. Now, I have the trifecta here of the Off-White Jordan 1s. I'll make this quick because I've gone over this on my main channel video. However, I will be telling you guys, these are actually, I call them Eskedets, but they are Ekets, like EKETs, I think are what they're called, from IKEA. They're just little boxes that cost around $20 to $25. You can get them in multiple sizes, and you can even get doors on them. However, I went ahead and got a couple for my shoes, just like this, put them a little off-centered like that. And we have a nice little Art Deco looking wall for all of my Jordans. Now, thankfully, I'm a size 11, and that exactly fits in these. If you had a size bigger than a size 11, you'd only be able to put one shoe in it and turn it to the side. But thankfully, my foot fits, so I can fit both of these. So we have up here the Euro Jordan 1 Off-Whites, Off-White Jordan 2s. I'm just going to stop saying Off-White since you know that they're all Off-Whites. The MoMA exclusive Air Forces, the Chicago's, UNC's, the Lot 49 of 50s, Michigan States, and the Off-White, I said it again, oh my, the Jordan 4s. But these are all of my favorite Off-White collaborations over there. And I honestly don't even wear I don't even wear them most of the time at all. Jordan 4s hurt my feet, so I kind of want to honestly just sell all of my Jordan 4s. But my Jordan 4s down there, my SBs I love, but a lot of these shoes I own, but I haven't worn yet because summer's coming up, and I know I'm going to wear a lot of these leather ones in the summer. Like both of those I'm going to be wearing all the time in the summer. MoMAs I'm going to be wearing all the time in the summer. Like the Chicago's, maybe, unless I get the ones coming out in July, as well as the cotton candies. All of those I'll be wearing a lot in the summer when it's raining a lot and I have to wear leather shoes mainly. So a lot of these I haven't even worn yet, but these Euros I will never be wearing. I just wanted to complete the collection here. Now, as I promised you guys, this isn't just a tour of my shoes. Let's go ahead and get into all of the little ins and outs of my room. So, starting with my nightstand. Now, this is a wireless charging clock I got from 5 and Below. It was actually $10 at the 5 and Below. I know, so crazy. But that is where I charge my iPhone 13 Pro that I'm using to record today's video on. Then right next to it, I have a wireless charging pad to put my AirPods Pros on. No, these are not the pair that I reviewed. Those are a legit pair of AirPod Pros. Then we have my Apple TV remote right there. So moving on into the drawer here, I have all of my accessories mainly in this drawer. We have my tissues, all of that stuff. I have bad sinuses. We have my Sheen sunglasses, my cloud goggles for the beach purposes only. Don't make fun of me. We have this watch I actually purchased from Sheen so I could make a video to review Sheen watches to see how the quality of those are. We have a Gucci watch that for some reason starts and stops. I don't know why it does that. Another Sheen watch that I'm going to review for you guys. A Tag watch here. If you guys know what Tag is, you are an OG. You are an amazing person. No one knows what Tag is, and I love Tag. Then we have my 2 jewelry boxes right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up all of these for you guys, tell you where I got them, all of that in just a second. Let me just, put these down. So all of this jewelry is extremely high quality, to be honest, especially for the price. And if not, I'll tell you guys some tips about them. So first off, this jewelry box is kind of empty, except some of these, I use them as rings, but they're honestly just rubber bands that fit my fingers perfectly. And they are a nice little touch, especially in the summer when you don't really want to wear sweaty rings and you want some additions to your outfits. Now, I got these actually off of my Amazon Echoes. They hold the cords together, and I use them as rings because they fit so perfectly. This box is where I put all of my day-to-day jewelry in, like the chain I am wearing right now, my little bracelet I always wear right here. This was actually on Amazon by this brand right here, and it was surprisingly affordable. I think it was like $12 for that, and it's 925 silver. It won't tarnish, so amazing quality, and I've had it for over a year and a half now, and it still looks beautiful, and I wear it all the time in the rain, everything. Now this is actually a $1 Sheen ring, and I always wear it on my thumb for a thumb ring here, and it was literally $1. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking, it'll tarnish, all of that. I had this ring for just as long as this bracelet, and look at how great it still looks, and I wash it and I do everything. Now, that isn't because of Sheen quality, it should tarnish already, but pro tip for you guys, if you get jewelry like this, that's really cheap and can tarnish, paint it with clear nail polish, and it won't tarnish. So that's what I did there, and it looks still perfectly fine. These rings were from Amazon. They were about $16, $17 each. They are adjustable finger rings, as you guys can see here, just like that. 925 silver, amazing rings. I don't wear them that much because since they're so thick, they actually make me kind of sweat a little bit, but they are amazing rings for the price, as well as more of those little dollar rings from Shein. I love them, so I just got so many of them to just wear all the time if I want to and switch it up. Now, this is the exact same chain I am wearing right now from the exact same brand. It's just a newer one. I wear my older one that has actually been has tarnished a little bit, even though it is 925 silver, just because of everyday wear. I wear it all the time, and I've had it the longest out of any jewelry I've had. This is going on 3 years since I actually received it, so it holds up quite a long time, and it was less than $20. And this one was $22 for a couple inches longer and a couple millimeters thicker. So very good quality jewelry for very cheap prices. If you guys are interested in all of those, they're basically just all Amazon and Shein. So if just go ahead, go on there, and you can find all of those for those cheap prices for you guys. Now, my wallet isn't in here, but normally I keep my Supreme wallet in here, as well as this is a little card holder that I use when I'm wearing basketball shorts or any type of workout shorts. Since they don't have back pockets, it's hard to hold any sort of wallet in them. And then we have my bottom drawer here. This is just a storage drawer to hold my my gaming laptop down there, my LED light remote, some binders for school, as well as my kit for upgrading my computers, all of that sort of thing right there. This is my bed. I use satin pillowcases for hair reasons. Since I have curly hair, I use one of these satin pillowcases to keep my hair looking nice. And then my Ralph Lauren blanket, I actually got this from Marshall's. I got mine from TJ Maxx, but me and my family, we've gotten quite a few of these from Ross, Marshall's, TJ Maxx. All of those for around $29, anywhere between $19 to $29, depending on the size, all of that. And I love this blanket. As you can see right here, it is so fluffy and so amazing of a blanket. Now, we have my exercise bar down there. Don't judge me. I just use it for my sides. Don't even. My Alienware Aurora R7. I currently have it turned off because it has gone through a lot here lately. It is currently on hibernation mode. I will be getting a new hard drive for it and using it very shortly as a dual setup, but I have a new MacBook Pro 13-inch M1 that I will be doing a ton of reviews on, reviewing it against a 2009 MacBook Pro, as well as just main videos talking about that product, if you should buy it, comparing that to an M1 Mac Mini, a lot of those things coming out in the future. So if you're interested in Apple products like that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But right now, the Alien, it has a 1070 graphics card, an Intel 7 i7 processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's a really great computer. It sounds like bad specs. Yeah, it's about 5 years old now, but it runs beautifully. I don't know how it does this, but it runs GTA in over 200 frames. That's all I need. I really only play GTA as it is at this point. I don't have time to game that much, being doing YouTube 2 channels, entrepreneurships, everything like that, working constantly. I've never stopped working. It's hard to game, so it's perfect and solid for a gaming computer for me. Now, I got it new for around $4,000 at this point because it was brand new when I got it, but it's still a solid computer and I love it to this day. Now, this is my TV. It's an LG 55-inch smart TV. It is old. It's from like 2015. It's not even 4K, quite frankly, but it is a 120 hertz TV, and they don't make 120 hertz TVs anymore. So it is amazing. It doesn't look like 1080p. It honestly looks like Ultra HD 4K at this point. It looks so beautiful. So highly recommend, if you can't necessarily afford to go out and buy a 4K Ultra HD TV, anything like that, go ahead and get yourself a 120 hertz LG TV from around 2015. It is flawless. Then we have a Samsung soundbar with my subwoofer under my bed. That's where I keep my subwoofer. and it sounds amazing for the time. I didn't buy it. My grandparents actually bought it back in 2013 or so and gave it to me. I'll be doing a sound test on it and all of that in the future, because a lot of people, a lot of people do reviews on technology. They get the brand new tech, all that stuff. Well, some people can't afford all of that. So I want to kind of review older tech like that, for people that can't necessarily afford the new things and wants to actually see some high quality reviews on stuff and how it holds up today. So that will be coming out in the near future, but it's amazing. It's flawless. I love that soundbar. Now to the rest of my setup here. I have a Logitech 1080p camera, 2 monitors. I have the Alienware. It was $600 when it came out, so it was the Alienware 240 hertz, 25 inch, G-Sync compatible monitor. Amazing monitor. My only complaint is that it only goes up to 1080p, but since it's 240 hertz, it still looks amazing. So I won't be getting rid of that monitor anytime soon. We have my colognes back here, my Paco Rabanne Phantom, my Dior Sauvage. I'm basic, I know, but I love that Paco Rabanne. Then we have my secondary monitor. It is a Samsung curved, I think around 23-inch monitor. This one is on the chopping block very soon. I plan on replacing it with a nice 4K monitor, or maybe some sort of Apple monitor. I'm thinking about doing as well from a little bit ago, like their old Pro monitors, from the ones that had the black bezels with the little Apple silhouette in the middle of it, the old studio displays. Very soon, something along those lines, but still a very solid monitor for the price. It wasn't very expensive at all when I got it, and it holds up amazing. I do like that curved thing. A lot of people don't like the curved, but I really like it. Then we have a Bose Solo 5, I think is what it's called, soundbar, but I use it as my computer speakers, and it is very, very great, honestly. Let me get it to focus. Okay, just give me 1 second. I swear, technical difficulties, but Bose Solo 5 or 3, something like that, soundbar. I love this soundbar though. It is amazing for what I use it for. Then we have right here just the Apple Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse for my MacBook Pro 13-inch. I love this device. I've had it for less than a week, and it has just exceeded all of my expectations. I had a MacBook Air from 2015. This thing blows it out of the water. I knew it obviously would, but this thing is just incredible. Reviews coming out on it coming out in the future. We have a Blue Yeti silver microphone. It gets the job done and it works. So we have in this drawer my AirPods for editing. It connects to my MacBook. I use those to edit. A pair of wired headphones for my Alienware. Battery backup, stand for my phone, measuring tape, my unboxing knife, coaster, flash drive, things like that. Now in this drawer actually is where all of the dual setup, everything takes place. Now give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my secondary phone for a flashlight and I'll show you around. Alright, so currently it looks like a complete mess because I haven't set up the dual monitor setup yet. I will have a video on that when it comes out. So this bottom is kind of just a storage. It has my PlayStation 4, Xbox One, my Razer mouse, Naga Trinity, as well as my mechanical keyboard back there, and then my keyboard and my wireless keyboard mouse for my Alienware in there, since I'm not really using my Alienware right now. It's a Logitech mouse and a just anchored cheap wireless keyboard for the secondary keyboard, as well as up here is where my MacBook Pro will be sitting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an Apple TV 4K in there so I can use it to wirelessly AirPlay to my monitor up there, so I can use 2 monitors when I want to without having tons and tons of cords running to my MacBook, which is very nice because it only has 2 cables, and I already had to get 1 dongle, as you can see right there, to even be able to connect really anything at all. Now that is a tripod mount, my remotes for all the sound bars, and then just a bunch of cables to connect my MacBook into my monitors. Nothing really fancy, nothing crazy. And then my external hard drives are in that little pouch, so I can edit off of external hard drives, things like that, to make my experience a little better, because I just bought the base model 13-inch with 256 gigabytes of storage. So I just run off of hard drives, Thunderbolt drive hard drives, to run all of my videos through Final Cut Pro, iMovie, and Adobe Premiere Pro whenever I need to use whichever software. So now coming up on these drawers, underwear drawers, sock drawers, all of that. My Supreme hoodie, my Lucky Me I See Ghosts hoodie. My weights down there to exercise. Now a little pro tip here. I use my shoe boxes as storage. Now what I mean by that is, let's go ahead and get this box out that will be relevant to this channel. I have all of my iPhone boxes, not all of them, I have way more than this, but some of my iPhone boxes sitting in this box, so I don't have a lot of junk hanging around. I can just sit it in my shoe boxes, and it works like a charm. I love doing that, and that's what I have in my closet, speaking of where we're going to right now. So I went in more in depth on this area in my main channel video, but to pull out all of these shoes, if you guys would like to skip over this part, mainly the video is over when it comes to tech and setup of the video, but I will want to go extensive into all of these shoes as I promised you guys. So if you guys did enjoy the tech side of things, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and look out for more videos like that in the future. But for you guys that want to see all of these shoes, we're going to go over one at a time here, but in a fast manner. We have the Jordan 3s right here, the fragments, my first Jordan 3s in my collection. We have the busted Air Force 1s. We have the Prestos right here, the off-white Prestos. I love those shoes, one of my favorites. One of my grails a long time ago, the Air Force 1 off-white Volts. Sean Witherspoon Air Max 90s slash 270s. 270s, they're not 270s. Sorry, love those though. The Stussy Cherries, love this shoe, one of my favorites. Grail right here, 711s. Love these 711s. One of my favorite shoes, just because they're a 711 Dunk. Who wouldn't love that? Then we have the Supreme Dunk SBs, my mom's Panda Dunks, the Passport Dunks Union. We have the Pine Green Dunks, the Georgetown Dunks, I think these are going to be called. Then we have Bapesta unreleased colorways. 3 pairs of mids back there. No one really cares about mids. We'll go and skip over those. We have my Zoom Jordan 1 Fearless. Zoom Fearless, I think is what they're called. They reflect, and I love that. As you can see here, they're like 3M. We have the Pine Green 1.0s right here with the green front. Marina Jordan 1s. I'm not going to be pulling the ones out because they're so tightly fit, but I'll just turn them like this so you can see both sides. Obsidian Jordan 1s. Shadow 1.0 now, Jordan 1s, because there's 2.0 now. We have some Seafoam Jordan 1s. No photos, not for resale, Jordan 1s. We have some Black Toe Jordan 1s. Just a ton of Jordan 1s. Shattered Backboard Jordan 1s. Black White Jordan 1s. The ones without the swoosh, and then patent leather bands. Then we have the Friends and Family exclusive Soulflies. I love these shoes. I just received these. This is like the last pair of shoes I opened. Bapesta patent leathers, dazzling blue Yeezys, black red Yeezys, zebra Yeezys, glow Yeezys, butter Yeezys, unreleased pair of Yeezys. I love these for some reason. I had to get them, even though they're not even having a release date yet. The Turtle Dove Yeezy 350s, and then the Amanyar Jordan 1s. Now, these are a completely different material than I even thought they were going to be. Honestly, I love them though, nonetheless. So, a great selection, as you guys can see so far. We have the Cause Jordan 4s, Cactus Jack Jordan 4s, Guava Ice Jordan 4s. I'm not a Jordan 4 fan, so I went through them quite fast, but, you know, if you want to see them, because I know Jordan 4s are getting really popular right now, there they are. My mom's Jordan 1s, these are a women's only, so I'm not sure what they're called. Off-white Air Max 90s. My pair of Off-white Air Max 90s. These are actually an amazing workout shoe. The Blazer off-whites. Dior B23s right here. Just a random pair of white court runners, I think they are. And then my running shoes that are Nikes up there. Now, getting more in-depth in the closet than just those shoes, like I promised for you guys. All of my shoe boxes are up there. My Dior box, Paco Rabanne, my Dior boxes, and all of my things. As you guys can see here, all of my laces are in that box, and a ton of just storage. All of these boxes are nothing more than just storage. All of them down there is just storage. Just storage, literally all just specifically storage. If you guys would like to see a review of these Fear of God Californias, I will be having a video coming out on those in the future, actually. But then we have all of my clothes here, all of them. There is so much to go through, so I won't be going through all of that in today's video. I will be making a separate video on all of my clothing. But I have some Supreme black, white essentials if you're interested in buying. I'll have some essentials for sale, as well as a ton of pastels because I love colors for the summer. So, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new to this one. Hopefully I'm going to start getting a couple videos out on this channel a week, but I don't want to ditch my main channel's daily uploading. So we'll see what I can do over here on this channel as well. A lot more fun stuff will be out in the future on this one, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. All links to my other information will be in the description down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.